the last step before unwrapping the model is to smooth it. So the first thing I'm going to do is select it, go to Element, Control A to select all. I'm going to go ahead and clear the smoothing groups. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to add the ones that I want. So, now I'm going to go to Polygon. I would make sure you're on the Selection tool, not the Move tool, because the Select and Move tool you could accidentally screw something up. Alright, so I'm going to make this a smoothing group. Well, let's see, I'm going to make those smoothing group 1. Actually, these can also be smoothing group 1. All of these need to be smoothed. Obviously the front sight needs to be smoothed as well. Smoothing is generally pretty easy. Some guns, especially if you have something like a wood stock or something, it'll be somewhat harder. But if it's a modern weapon, something like this UMP, then smoothing isn't generally much of an issue. Everything is pretty distinct. Look at that. Before I smooth in here, I'm just going to go ahead and target weld this line of verts over to the side because it's just unnecessary. It's just left over from when I merged the two halves. Alright, now back to smoothing. got a few more lines here that I forgot to weld earlier, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that real quick. When you're just about finished with your model like this, you should go around and just try to target weld any unnecessary verts. Cut down on your poly count as much as you can, but in the process of doing that, you should also try not to create too many like long stretched out triangles, because that's not good either. I'm just going to leave it about there. That's not too bad. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save. Right click and choose unfreeze all. Select that reference image and delete it. We're not going to need that anymore. Let's see how many polys this came out to, or rather tries. This is just over 1100 triangles. That's not horrible, but with as little details I put in this, it probably should have been less than that, but that's fine.